you know, one of the habits I've always, put into practice ever since I kind of was introduced to it by the word is, identifying that thought and holding it captive. So there's a verse in the word that says, it's 2 Corinthians 10:5. It says, casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. So, a couple key phrases in that verse. Casting down arguments, and then bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. So, the reason why I'm making a video of this is not to give you a lesson on what this verse means. I wanted to share a unique idea that I had. So the other day I was outside and I kind of had like a connection with this verse to something that's going on right now. So just to give some context, I'm sure a lot of people are aware Israel is going through a lot of persecution, missiles being shot at them. And so I've seen some videos on YouTube that really kind of surprised me, not only because of how many missiles were being shot at them, but also because of the way those missiles were being blocked. And so my mind, I don't know if it's from God or if it was just imagination, but like I thought it was really cool how this verse kind of can relate to that, except psychologically. So if y'all are like me, you might feel like you're having a constant just onslaught of negative thoughts. When I mean onslaught, I mean like an outpour, a ruthless, constant attack of negative thoughts. So what makes this connection, in my opinion, is how those missiles in Israel, they get blocked. And it's a lot of missiles that get blocked. And so if we apply that to this verse, I think it's very similar because, I may go through the day with Lord knows how many negative thoughts. But if I implement this habit of holding those thoughts captive, speaking against those thoughts, hey, I hold that captive to the obedience of Christ, I think it can go a long way. Not only, withholding the damage, but also, instilling a habit in a warrior spirit against negative thoughts, discipline, a willingness to go against it, And, maybe you've had days where you kind of just let those thoughts sink in. You just give up and you let the missiles come down. And, for me personally, the old part of my life, former part of my life, I don't know exactly what I would do because I don't remember it perfectly, right? But I definitely didn't identify every negative thought or hold it captive or give it to God. I didn't know how to deal with it. And so this is in my opinion, this verse, even though it does go deep, it's kind of simple. It's very practical, and I wouldn't say easy, but it's pretty simple. So guys, if you feel like, in the mental realm, you're just getting overwhelmed, you're getting attacked, and it's constant and ruthless, instead of trying to argue or dissect or prove wrong every thought, just hold it captive. If you know it's not true and you know it's against you, it's not good, hold it captive to the obedience of Christ. I prefer to do it out loud through my mouth. I might look crazy to some people, but if you're going through it, you're going through it, right? And, that's not to say that, you might have an underlying problem that you need to address, or that there's other habits in your life, that you can do to get your mind, your heart in a good place. But that connection was really cool. I thought that was really cool how, um, seeing those missiles get blocked off, so many missiles, and then thinking about, okay, if I do that with this verse, maybe that's what I'm doing with these negative thoughts. So I thought that was pretty cool, guys. I hope you can maybe put this into practice. I hope it works for you. I think it truly can. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that kind of unique revelation that I had. I don't know if y'all pray for Israel, but, that's something that I think the world ought to do. So, yeah, thanks for listening, guys. And I really hope that, you can really have the courage to get up and face the enemy and go against the momentum of these negative thoughts, and just take on the day with courage, and to know that, God is with you, and God is able to take those thoughts. So, courage and peace and strength be with y'all. Y'all have a great day.